Today's video answers some of the questions from our last video called Weird Ghost Towns, Vulture City, Arizona. While we were in Vulture City, we saw many artifacts, as it is really a walking museum of many restored buildings and tons of artifacts. We also noticed that there was unique art displays, carved pumpkins, and we discovered that there was a artist studio called Villafane Studios. We were pretty lucky that day because the artist, Ray Villafane, was on site. This was a great opportunity for us to put Ray in front of the camera and explain what Boneyard Mining Company is all about, which led us to understand why there were so many pieces of artwork and sculptures, carved pumpkins, that we're incorporating some of the artifacts that were found in Vulture City, which makes this really, really unique. So we hope you enjoy this video and Ray's introduction to the Boneyard Mining Company. And if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel to follow us along in our many upcoming adventures. So have a great one, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. So we're in the Boneyard Mining Company here, and we'll give you a little tour of the workings of kind of a workshop area, but there's also an artist studio in here, and it's created some fantastic displays. I guess that's how you would call it. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Switch back. Okay.
All right, so where to begin? Welcome to Boneyard Mining Company. My name is Ray Villafane, and Boneyard Mining Company is a project of mine because it feels like it's been in the making well before I got here. I'm a commercial sculptor, and about 2 years ago, my son sent me an email. He said, "Dad, I think you might be interested in this," and it was a contest. It was a Deer Moon project. So Deer Moon project basically is SpaceX. One of SpaceX's biggest contributors is a Japanese billionaire who put up an undisclosed amount of money. In return, he got all the seats on the first manned orbit of the moon with Elon Musk's program, SpaceX. So with that, he held a worldwide contest inviting creative individuals to apply to go upon this flight, orbit the moon, get inspired, come back and create something and share something with the world. For me, I thought it resonated with me on many different levels. One of which is I thought it would, sometimes there's a little hesitation in me to step into certain things, but I felt like if given that situation, there's no backing out, you know, like, and so I really I felt that I had a calling to apply to this. Okay. So during that process of applying to basically go around the moon, while their test flights are crashing, is a big thing to consider. So I spent the summer of 2021 doing some intense desert running during the midday sun, just meditating on this whole venture. Not only of like preparing myself to make this decision, but also to what would it be that I would create. You know, I had a vague idea, but I knew that hey, like, you're gonna have to know more than just a vague idea. The vague idea I had was to tell a story with my characters. The story I came up with was all about mining magic. And its premise was that for thousands of years, people have made wishes to the moon, and while most of them come true, some people make wishes that are birthed in such fear and doubt that they don't even believe their own wish, and that those dreams and wishes, that magic was tapped up on the surface of the moon, and that we were the true mission of this Deer Moon project was to mine that magic. So the story would go that when we got to the moon, we would discover some abandoned mine shafts from the original Apollo mission. And that the reason that they abandoned mining that magic is because those dreams and wishes of individuals were guarded with such demons and ghosts with such fear and doubt that it was just too difficult to break through. And then in my characters would somehow overcome this, and then in that overcoming of those, there would be two storylines going. One of the individuals who birthed those wishes, in which case would be a tree. Okay. All right, a tree that didn't want to lose his canopy. Now there's usually a leaf there's usually one little leaf right there. But anyway, so the story would be of whimsical characters. Not, I mean, the story could also be of real people. But, so my characters would kind of mine that magic by dealing with the ghost of the individuals who had such fear and doubt within themselves. And it wouldn't be about conquering and like sort of conquering those ghosts with that. It would be convincing them to see the things that they're seeing as problems or dead ends or anything bad. How could they, through an optimistic way, break through and show them the benefit of it? Okay. So at its deeper core was something that was, to me, felt it was gave purpose, because I do believe that that's how. So Boneyard mining, well, yeah, I go back and forth here, but anyway, so this was had this going on in my head for all summer, developing this idea. Ultimately, in like August, I found out, no, not going. But within just a few weeks after that, in September, I discovered that there was an actual mine, a historic gold mine here, and Vulture City, yes. I didn't know this place existed prior to that. So when I came out here, there was obviously some great synergy to develop something here. I met with them in early October. I think it was early October. And then it was evident that, yeah, I felt like this was gonna, we manifested this months of really focusing on this idea of a storyline. Like that, I knew that the universe usually answers back to me, or to anybody, but like when I'm building scarecrows and looking for the right fingers or rocks or whatever, the universe usually gives me something. Like I realize something that's there, and it seemed like the same was going on. It was so like, wow, the level of wow, it's a real gold mine. I mean, just Vulture City. I love the name. And I came out here and fell in love with the footprint and the story. Some space available in the workshop building, because this was just storage here. And as I was cleaning this place out, I noticed even my name was carved right in the wall of what would be the office area of mine. So it was like that even made me like even more of sometimes this sort of meant to be thing. And then also I was like, well, how do, yes, this matched so much of my my mining magic storyline. I just tweaked it a little bit with, I still want to tell a story about mining magic on the moon. I think it's a great story. I want to pursue that. But as the basis of the whole thing and being able to be here at Vulture City, I was like, you know what? What if some dreams and wishes are so heavy in fear and doubt that they just sink right into the ground? And so instead of mining magic in the moon, we'll deal with mine shafts that go down deep into the ground, and that opened up the possibility of those mine shafts splitting off into and coming back up to the ground in different spaces of time and space. Like going back in time, and I pictured a whole little world of mine shafts with crossroads and this and that. So Boneyard mining, so there's Grimgor and Gordy Gooligan. So Grimgor is the one that's going to want to get into your head and really push those fears and those doubts further into the ground and the depths. So he's just kind of like the antagonist that wants to just get in your head and suppress it. And then you have Gordy Gooligan, who's the chief miner and assayer, who's blind optimism. He doesn't even have eyes, but his blind optimism allows for him and his friends to show those ghosts and individuals the advantages of some of the things that they're thinking of as disadvantage, you know. So there's a storytelling that goes on within these two characters and in the mine shafts, and to incorporate the rich history of Vulture with that just makes the whole thing that much more magical. Because as if that wasn't enough, as I was researching this area, come to find out that before Henry Wickenburg discovered the gold here, the native Yavapai referred to the area as Pumpkin Patch because they grew pumpkins along the Hassayampa River. So much of the history, a lot of the photos that you see throughout Vulture City were taken by Waldo Twitchell, which is just a great scarecrow name, or a name and like a whimsical name, Waldo Twitchell. But anyway, he was the assayer here in the early turn of the century, and he kept like a diary and took pictures and stuff like that. So when he gave me all this information, it was just, you know, different files and stuff. And I was just scanning for, you know, like just to find out, like, oh, there was a famous party that was held April 19th, and he talks all about the party. I'm like, oh, maybe we could maybe we could start to embrace little things of the past. And as I was scouring all the information, I found out that it was called Pumpkin Patch. So I thought that was just the universe once again saying, here, let's make this even more magical. You want to mine magic? It's more magic that you can handle. And so Boneyard Mining Company is basically the layering of this whimsical storytelling on the footprint of Vulture City Ghost Town to blend old history with new and deliver some magic into this world. And that's what's and that magic comes in the form of really finding balance and accepting shadows and seeing the best in circumstances. And I think that in a very polarizing world, this sort of storytelling is useful, because you can't have anything magical without a balance between the light and dark or whatever, you know.
If people are coming to Vulture City and they're really not knowing what you're about, what would you like to leave a few thoughts of what you have here? What would you like them to experience?
Well, I hope that if you come to Vulture City Ghost Town, that you could feel like you're stepping back into time, into a more magical environment. Where there's so much history to be had here, and I like to engage in clever, fun storytelling that has a little bit of sort of a Halloweenish vibe. I mean, we transcend Halloween, but we definitely do pumpkin carving.
You are a master of pumpkins. It blows my mind to see the talent that you have here.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. We appreciate it. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you. Welcome to Vulture City.
Yeah.
And come back. We're constantly growing this. So I just discovered the place a year ago. So
wow.
yeah. So we hope to really develop not just the physical experience of coming here, but also the story of Vulture and Boneyard mining. So we'll hopefully have content that for some individuals who might not be able to make it out here to this beautiful space, to still enjoy the storytelling and content of Vulture.
Online presence?
Yeah, so Villafane Studios, villafanestudios.com, Instagram and Facebook, it's Villafane Studios as well as TikTok, Villafane Studios.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and Vulture City Ghost Town is another thing you might want to follow. Any activity and updates that you want right now, I would definitely go to Villafane Studios and or Vulture City Ghost Town.
Okay, thanks, Ray.
Thank you.
It. Really
You're welcome.
Appreciate this. Okay.
All right.
Let's wrap it.
I'm gonna clip this.
Sorry to drop in like that.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I'm with Ray
Villafane. I can lower the music too a little. Is it?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. All right. So this is actually Boneyard Mining Company. I
you talk and
Yeah,
tell
will
our
do.
viewers what this special place is all about. Yeah, what a talented artist.